Okay, guys, last week was my first week of running the EA that I created myself all week. I ran it all week on a demo account, and I did also run it sporadically on my PAM account that I manage. But I thought I would just go through and, give you a little sneak peek of it in action, just with the back tester here, and show you how it performed last week. So I'm running it on pound yen, and the date here is just last week. Keep the video nice and short. So these are the settings that you have, and this is on a $10,000 account. So $10,000 account. There's two ways that this software will take a loss. One is if I hit my max loss, which I have set it at $300. Okay, so that's on a $10,000 account. That is 3%. So I have an equity protection set at 3%. So that's one potential way that I could take a loss, is if I hit my equity protection, and then that would be a $300 loss, a 3% loss. So let's just kick it off here. And just pause it quickly. The tester goes pretty quick. So what's happened is when I've started it here, and this was the start of the week, you can see the gapping there from over the weekend. It started here, and the software has recognized that it's an uptrend. So it's done, buys. This one takes out a lot of trades, but only aims for very small profit each time. So, it's taken a heap of profit up there. It's taken a couple of trades down here, and then when the market's turned, it's closed them out. So that's why I call it cost averaging. It cost averages into that position and then closes them as a group profit. And then it's banged out a heap of more little profits all the way up here. Slow it down a bit and we'll just watch him in action. I don't really want to admit how many hours I've recently put into playing with backtesting. It's a hell of a lot. A lot of time learning how to code and actually creating the code for these EAs. I've actually created two EAs. This is one of them. And here we can see it's taken out a trade up here. It's a buy order. And as the market retraces, it's opened up a second position. You can set how many positions it can open up. So that's the risk management for this EA, is you can set an equity protection, and also you can put a limit to how many trades it will open at any one given time. And let's watch this. If it keeps going up, it's closed both of them out as a group profit. Let's speed him up for a while. As I mentioned, there is two ways that this EA can take a loss. One is if you hit that equity protection. The second one is because it's recognizing this as a buy trend, when it becomes a sell trend, whatever trades are opened, it's going to close them and then start doing sell orders. So whatever trades are open when the trend changes, that is the loss you will incur. And that will basically always be less than what you have your equity protection set at, because if it hit your equity protection, it would kick in first and close out. So that's where you can take the second loss. Other than that, it will just continue to make profits. A little graph down here we can look at. We can see it's just these little lumps here. It's just where it's opened up multiple trades at once. But so far, we're only on the second day of last week, running on Tuesday, hasn't taken a loss yet. And so we've made $243 so far, so 2.5%. Because they're buy orders, the little arrows are blue and the dotted lines are blue. So we need all the dotted lines to basically be going up. I know some of these go down, but they're part of the part of that group of trades that as a group got closed out in profit. So we had a couple close out in a loss, one at break even and two in profit, but that gave us a total profit for those 5 trades. Where are we up to? We're up to Wednesday. I believe on Thursday or Wednesday night, I believe the trend changed. So the trend's going to peak. It might be just peaking now. Yeah, and it's coming down now. So the trend's going to change here in a moment. No, not yet. We close them out in a profit. Okay, so we said we've got 1, 2, 3 trades open. I'm pretty sure that was the last profit for the buyers. If you keep an eye on the 1 hour trend up here, when that changes to a sell, it's going to close out all our buy orders and we will incur a loss at that stage. So at the moment, we're up to $373 profit. Let's see what sort of a loss we take when the trend changes. Hasn't changed yet. Let's check the profit. We're up to $387 profit. Here we go. There we go. The trend just changed to sell. And these 1, 2, 3, hard to tell, 4 or 5 trades I had open, they all got closed out right here as a loss. So this was the loss that we just incurred. We went from what we're up to $400 profit. We dropped down to $200 profit, so just over $200 profit. So on that turn, we did incur a $200 loss or a 2% loss. And now, as you can see, the software is taking out sell orders because the market's trending down. I'll just let him trade away for a while. It's very addictive watching this back tester, I can tell you. But it has, after many, many hours, allowed me to fine-tune the precise settings for my EAs and optimize it for each different pair and everything like that. And this is just running at 24 hours, 5 days a week. There are, and then that's, he's going to incur that loss. You're just going to cop that. But if you were using this in real life, like I did on my PAM account, I was aware that the trend was changing here already. And that's just because I understand trading a bit. And I was able to, I still had 2 trades open that I took a loss on, but I'd already sort of turned the software off. So, and waiting to see if the trend was going to change and go down or continue up. So I was able to minimize that loss on my actual live account. But on my demo account, I just left it running. And so that's exactly like the simulation here on the back tester. I've just left it running. So both the EAs I've created are still works in progress. They're not 100% finished. They are working models, as you can see. This one takes out a lot of trades. The other one I've created, it's very, very picky with its entries. It on pound yen, back testing over the last 6 months, it only took out 24 trades in 6 months. But it took good profit in that time. It only lost 4 trades. It might have been 5 trades, and the rest were winners. Some of them were really big winners, others were small winners. There were more big winners than there were losses, and the rest were just smaller profits. But as far as sort of showing people with some back testing, it's very, very boring because there can be days and days in between trades. All right, that's the week over. Let's check out what the results were. Total net profit was $520. So we made 5.2% profit for the week. And the biggest drawdown, maximum drawdown, was 2.86%. So we took just over a 2% loss when the trend turned, but then we probably had a couple of trades going to drawdown after that, which took us up to 2.86. But for me, I find that more than acceptable. If we made twice as much as what the biggest drawdown was in the week. So everybody's going to be happy with such a small drawdown, and I can't see anybody not being happy with 5.2% profit just for 1 week. Now, I'm obviously not saying you do that every week. But like any trading strategy, like any software, there'll be losing weeks and winning weeks and small wins and big wins and all of that. But for my very first week of running it, more than happy. I'm going to keep you guys updated on how they're all going. And other than that, have a great week of trading. Well, it's Sunday morning here, so I'm probably not doing any Forex trading at the moment, but starting tomorrow, good luck. Have a good day.